There is genuinely a strategy to buying these smartphones that as the years have gone by has become more prominent. Not to say it's the only way to buy them, but it can save you an eye-watering amount of money and you'll end up with the same terrific device. So it seems like a win-win. Let's talk about that. Hey guys, I'm Ryan Thomas and I am a big fan of Google Pixel smartphones. They're functional, they're feature-rich, front runners for software usually, and have wonderful camera systems. But they have become pretty expensive, and I'm not sure I want to spend 4 figures on the latest Pixel Pro or Pro XL model, especially given these phones aren't coming with the best chips or the highest end storage. Even the camera sensors are becoming quite dated at this point. But a pattern has emerged with these Pixels, at least since Google switched over to using its own processors. Look, I'm not calling these smartphones bad. I think their in-display fingerprint scanners are now among the best that you can get. The displays are absolutely astonishing, properly competing with Samsung for the best displays in any smartphone, and I'm a big fan of the designs and colours of the Pixel 9 series this year. On release, it can be pretty tricky to compare these phones with sort of the Ultras and the OnePluses because Pixels don't offer crazy value for money, and so you'll see that they tend to get majorly discounted a few months down the line. This happened massively with the 8 series last year, and there were some crazy carrier deals here in the UK, well, depending on your region and market, to be honest. That's one option for sure, is you're still getting the brand new device, the latest Pixel, with the full feature set and the warranty, again depending on your consumer rights in your country, but buying one brand new discounted a couple of months down the line, I think that's when the Pixel starts to make just a bit more sense. You know, when it's sort of 20–30% off, and though the hardware is still not cutting edge, the software tends to be absolutely elite, not only from a features perspective, but Google also promises a lot of software updates for features and security and OS versions, keeping you going for a very long time, making the phone compatible with the latest apps all the way to sort of the next decade. So you could spend, say, $650 or $700 instead of $1,000 and have a phone that should keep you going till 2030 realistically, and that seems like a bit of a bargain. But it goes further than that, because if you're comfortable buying second-hand or used, and you know how to use the likes of eBay and Facebook Marketplace to their full potential, you can end up landing a ridiculous deal. A good condition Pixel 8 Pro can set you back $300 to $450 depending on the SKU, the color, the unlock status, whether you don't mind having a couple of scratches on it or not. And a phone that good for that price is insane. It turns out that Pixels drop in value like crazy. The Pixel 8 Pro was about $1,000 when it came out 18 months ago and is now worth 30 to 40% of its original value. That's a level of depreciation that brand new car buyers would raise an eyebrow to. That is insane. Compare that to iPhones, where for around similar money, you'd be looking at an iPhone 12 Pro or 12 Pro Max, a 4.5-year-old phone. That is crazy. If you haven't done this before, have a look through the used iPhones on eBay and Facebook Marketplace. It is wild just how well they hold their value compared to most Android phones, but compared to Pixels, it feels like just a different universe. So actually, the best time to maximize your value for money with Pixels, and I do recommend Pixels, is to buy them about a year to 18 months down the line. As long as you're not a power user and require the best performance and battery life, the Pixel is a brilliant bang for buck pickup. With the Pixel 8 Pro, you're still getting an almost identical rear camera setup plus a very good selfie shooter to the Pixel 9 Pro, a truly excellent display with great software and functionality, and of course that long-term support, which makes these things more viable 18 months down the line. For the 8 Pro in particular, Google is offering updates into 2031, which includes not only feature drops, because of course it's a Pixel and it benefits from that, but software OS updates which keeps the compatibility that I spoke about earlier. I've spoken before about the asterisk with Google's long-term software support. It's hardware. You know, when it left the factory, it was never really cutting edge, the performance especially. It's not competing with Qualcomm or Apple chips, and that is a concern for those who really do hammer their smartphone on a day-to-day basis. Power users, hardcore gamers just don't even bother. That's when you'll find Pixels slowing down the most, but I think most people aren't doing that. I know a lot of people personally who moved over from iPhones to Pixels and haven't had a single problem in their 2 to 3 years with the same device. But as you'll probably know, enthusiasts have been quite loud about Pixels slowing down over time, and I've made videos about this in the past. So It really is going to depend on your use case, but from the feedback that I've had from 5 or 6 friends who have picked up a Pixel 8 base model in particular, it's all been overwhelmingly positive. They're just such well-sorted phones for the price and offer those cute AI features that Google is eager to advertise in its TV ads. I've personally used the Pixel 6 Pro on and off since it came out, and that was the first Pixel to come with the Google chip. It's an absolute bargain. You can find these things for less than $200, making it about the price of a decent pair of true wireless earbuds. That's insane. You still get a big camera sensor, periscope zoom camera, a beautiful build. I know it's a little off topic, but I really do think the Pixel 6 Pro is one of the nicest looking smartphones ever built. It doesn't look a day old, and for half the cost of a Pixel watch, I mean, come on. Sure, it's not a perfect phone, but it does offer heaps for the money. And I've already seen the Pixel 9 series discounted here and there. When I reviewed the 9 Pro XL, I believe it was available for about $800, which is $300 off. Brand new in box with a warranty, making the phone a far better deal and actually way more recommendable. And I use a Pixel 7a daily. It's my teleprompter screen. It's what I use to record these videos. And I had to factory reset it a couple of months ago because I had so many applications on there. But aside from that, it's been a very good servant. It's been a fantastic tool since I got it out of the box. If I was going to go and buy used, it would have to be the main or the Pro models, less so the A series, but then if you don't really care that much about the hardware, the cut down models aren't bad options on the used market either. It seems bizarre to me that there's actually a strategy to buying these smartphones, but I think this case with the Pixel seemed pretty valid since the software support goes on for just so long. You kind of don't miss out on the first 18 months because there's just so much software support left in the tank for these things. I know there are plenty of people who don't care for strategy and will just chuck money at the latest model every single year, and power to you guys. I very much envy how deep your pockets are to do that, but it is a great privilege to play with the hottest new stuff. But for those of us who can or won't spend thousands a year on smartphones, this is how to save yourself a whole lot of money on Google's flagship and still get to enjoy all they have to offer. Guys, let me know what you think about these Pixel deals. Are you even interested in buying used smartphones at all? Or have you capitalized on those discounted brand new devices? Do you think there's a better used and discounted deal out there? Let us all know in the comments and why. Or do you just not care about Pixels in the slightest? Because I understand that at an enthusiast level, they can be quite hit or miss. I'd love to hear what you have to say in the comments and also share around in the Android Police community. But whilst you're down there, please do hit a like if you enjoyed today's content. And of course, subscribe to never miss another upload from this channel. Thank you all so much for watching. I've been Ryan Thomas, and I will catch you later. Cheers.